Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody get a cup of coffee. Good morning, everyone. And this is still the Feast of Trumpets, of course. This is the third day of the Feast of Trumpets and the final day. And so we continue to keep our eyes looking up, for our redemption is drawing nigh. But meanwhile, let's talk about what the Bible also said would happen, that there'd be earthquakes in diverse places in Matthew 24. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. They may have felt like in Acapulco, it may have felt like the apocalypse of Acapulco, but that's what happened with a 7. It was first registers at a 7.4, but has been since downsized to 7.0. Let me tell you all about it, the damage and the casualties that apparently are now starting to come in. But first, let me put a shout out right now, if I could, noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Did you know? I know you know about hyperinflation. We talked about that. How about shrinkflation? Yeah, we got that going on. And this is an inflation by stealth. In other words, you don't see it. It don't get reported in the numbers, but you see it in your wallet because everything you buy costs more and you get less product. The candy bars are shrinking. You get less gasoline for the amount you pay at the pump. The meat is shrinking in the package. Everything is shrinking while your price is going up. This is called shrinkflation, and we see it going on right now in our country. Look, you might want to consider looking at that 401k, or where it's at right now for your retirement. What I want you to do is consider going to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. And actually, you could pick up the phone this morning and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And if you do set up a gold or silver IRA, he'll give you one of these beautiful America the Beautiful coins for free. It's 5 ounces. This isn't 1 ounce. This is 5 ounces. What a beautiful, beautiful coin. It's solid silver, 100% silver, and he'll send it to you for free. Okay, that's 877-646-5347 at noblegoldinvestment.com. Now, here's what's going on with the earthquake, and we're really praying for the people down in Mexico, especially in Acapulco, which is a big tourist town, to be quite honest. Wow, it rocked it. This is a mega quake in Mexico. The electricity, 1.5 million people thrust into the darkness as Mexican homes and businesses were shaken and quaking as this powerful mega quake centered near the Mexican resort city of Acapulco has killed at least one person, but that death toll is expected to rise. Damage also has some buildings to several buildings that are in the city and has sent others swaying for hundreds of miles. The U.S. Geological Survey said the quake first was registered at 7.4, but then has since been downsized to 7.0. There was also 700,000 people in the state of Guerrero on Mexico's southwest coast, and more than 100 aftershocks rolled across the region in the hours that followed. These 1.6 million power customers were left in the dark, some as far away as Mexico City, 200 miles from the epicenter. And the Federal Electricity Commission said that the Mexico City mayor said power was quickly going to be restored to the most of the neighborhoods that had gone in the dark. Well, it's a big hug to everyone out there. This was a major scare. So on the Feast of Trumpets, you had a mega quake hit Mexico as the apocalypse almost came to Acapulco. Well, the Guerrero State Governor, Hector Ostillo, said that a motorcycle was killed by falling post in a nearby town. That is the first reported casualty, but of course, it's still too early to know what the damage will totally be because of so many towns, villages that were also put into the dark, cutting off communication and electrical outlets. And it really, 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 really was a horrific situation. And a lot of people were on their knees praying. They thought the end of time had come. Some thought the rapture had definitely come. Now, guys, you might want to remember this, but there was an earthquake that exactly 4 years ago today had hit Mexico, killing dozens of people and destroying thousands of homes. And that was an 8.2. So we keep our eyes open because the death toll and the numbers of earthquakes continue to shake and quake across the world. We see this happening on a global scale. And actually, let me just tell you something. While we're looking at this situation, of course, there were more earthquakes than that. In the last 24 hours, we've had 42 earthquakes of significance. And of course, there's been a lot more than that. If you want to count all the aftershocks, it'd be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. But we have had a 3.1, 2.8, both were in Alaska. 2.5 hit Hawaii and a 2.5 hit Orford, Oregon, which is in the Cascadia danger zone, the subduction zone. And also there was a 4.4 that hit Mongolia. And that seems to be having more quakes there all the time. 3.2 earthquake in Puerto Rico, 3.3 in Petrolia, California, 4.6 in the Philippines, 2.9 in Red Dog Mine, Alaska, 3.1 White City, New Mexico, 4.4 Japan, 3.0 Alaska, 3.9 earthquake in the Dominican Republic, 4.3 in Greece, 3.6 in Hawaii, 4.1 earthquake also shaking up in Argentina, a 4.6 in Timor. There was also a 2.5 in Alaska, a 4.2 aftershock over there in Mexico, 3.0 Alaska, 4.6 the Northern Mariana Islands, 5.0 again hit Greece, 7.0 Acapulco, Mexico really was powerful. 4.9 earthquake in Mexico as well as an aftershock. 3.1 and 2.8 Alaska. 4.9 Russia. 2.7 Alaska. 4.7 aftershock Mexico. 2.6 Beaver, Alaska. 5.3 Tyakhstan. 4.5 Mexico. 3.3 Puerto Rico. 2.8 White City, New Mexico. 2.6 Midland, Texas, and those are right next to each other. 4.6 earthquake, Mexico. 4.1 Chile. 2.7 Linda, California. 4.6 Easter Island. 4.3 earthquake hit in Bosnia. What? And 4.3 earthquake in Mexico. And we just had a 2.9 in Stanley, Idaho. So the earth is shaking and quaking, and the devil's back is breaking, and the birthing pains, really the birthing pains of the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ is everywhere. And so I think people need to stay alert, stay awake, stay focused, because Jesus Christ will return, and you don't want to be left behind. God bless you. Oh, by the way, we're going up to high places broadcast on the Feast of Trumpets program we had last night. We had 25 salvations as people were giving their Feast of Trumpets, their Rosh Hashanah offerings. And you can still give today. We're still in the Feast of Trumpets all day today. You can still give. Put in there my Feast of Trumpets offering or Rosh Hashanah offering and a prayer request or a praise report or whatever you want to put in there with it. You can still do that, or you can still put a check or money order in the mail and send it to paulbegleyprophecy.com. No. Paul Begley Prophecy. And they'll put the address there in the chat room for you. but so you can still give. But while we were celebrating, while we were anticipating, while we were listening very closely to maybe hearing the sound of the shofar from glory, two things happened. 7.0 earthquake hit Mexico, and 25 people got saved during an offering. That's right. 25 people gave their life to Jesus Christ last night on our live broadcast as the gospel of Jesus Christ continues to go out to those that don't know the Lord. And we want them to know, you better get ready. Matter of fact, tonight I will be on the Getting Ready broadcast. I'll be zooming in here from Indiana, and Pastor Melvin Whittington is down in the villages in Florida. We'll be zooming in and doing the broadcast together. It should be a powerful program tonight. Don't miss it at www.ffctv.info. That's www.ffctv.info. And also, let me say to you that I'll be going live at noon today. Brock Begley is going to be in the studio with me here. It's actually my office here because they're building the studio. He'll be in my office, and we will be doing a show live today, and it should be a great time. We got a lot to cover. There's so much stuff going on, and I kind of just had to push it aside for a minute and just anticipate the coming of the Lord, and celebrate in Feast of Trumpets. We don't know the day nor the hour, but I always just like to look up for my redemption's drawing nigh every day, 365 days a year. But we will be live at 12 noon Eastern, right here on this 12 noon on the coming apocalypse. So don't miss that today. And then we will be, again, I'll be live with Pastor Melvin Whittington at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Freedom Fellowship broadcast over at www.ffctv.info. I'm also going to go live today at 4 o'clock with an interview with my good friend Bob Kudla. And now that the Afghanistan debacles happened, and now that the world is shaking, Tony Blair saying, what have we done? What has America done? And all of this stuff. And now the Taliban has chosen their cabinet, which includes all 4 of those Gitmo terrorists that Obama let go for Bo Bird-Dog. They're putting all 4 of them on their cabinet in key positions, including running the government. And they're gonna swear them in on 9/11. What does that mean? The stock market lost 269 points yesterday. The United States currency is starting to dip. Hyperinflation, now shrinkflation. What does this all mean? And what about the mark of the beast? I'm going to ask him about that. So don't miss that live interview. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon right here on the coming apocalypse. And then tonight I'll be live with Pastor Melvin Whittington on Getting Ready at 7 p.m. over at ffctv.info. So I'll see you guys at noon, then at 4, and then at Getting Ready at 7. Going to be a very busy day. Stay focused as the Feast of Trumpets continues today till the sun sets. Don't be left behind. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We are running out of time. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?